something sort of special, don't you, at night?
Yes, I do the world's only jet fighter night aerobatic pyro technique act, and we have special pylons that we load on the aircraft, and I do an aerobatic act at about 600 miles an hour, pitch black night, with about 1,000 feet of fire coming off the wings. It's rather spectacular. We call it the Red Bull Meteor, and it's visible from about 30 miles away.
Wow.
Generally, we get about, in a large city, we'll have somewhere around 300 to 400 calls to 911.
We're being invaded by the Martians?
Oh, it's a pretty wild looking thing. Unfortunately, I've never seen it myself. I'm too busy in the cockpit trying to stay alive during the thing.
What are the considerations at night in the dark, and you're on fire, really?
Yeah, I'm on fire. I have to be careful that I don't look behind me or in my rear looking periscope, because the fire will blind me and ruin my night vision. And when I do the act at night, I have to loosen the act up a little bit just to be safe, and I use a combination of about 80% instrument flying and about 20% visual reference flying. The day act, I go right down to the surface when I'm doing my maneuvers. At the night act, I make a minimum altitude is 500 feet, and I don't pull quite as many Gs. During the day act, I'll pull 8 Gs. During the night act, I usually keep it around 6 Gs, just to be a little bit more conservative.
Right. But 600 miles an hour on fire, you must be really the human firework.
And 6 Gs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did this man's brain go, folks?
You know how when the Red Bull took off?
Yeah.
That feeling of exhilaration. Yeah, when it as it goes by with the thrusters on, and your whole insides just shake.
Our whole job here is to bring entertainment to people and raise emotions in people, and seeing this bright red airplane performing, particularly at night with the fire coming off of it, certainly raises emotions in people, and that's what the whole thing is about.
So does that make you want to buy one of those?
I'd love to have one. Yes, I would.
So there you are, there's the Christmas present.
Oh, the ultimate present.
And the smell of it is neat.
Oh, really? So you really are into this?
Oh, yes.
It's a very, very respected aircraft race. Even more so than the MiG-21.
Let's go! You're wearing a blue suit?
You bet. I am wearing a blue suit that I wear when I crawl into this red MiG.
And then you wear the MiG?
I wear the MiG, I strap it to my bottom, and we go for about an 8G, 600 mile an hour ride.
So what may be regarded as a rather intimate relationship you have?
Extremely intimate. In fact, you can have my golf clubs, my car, my house, but nobody touches my MiG.
And now you do a little bit of aerobatic stuff.
I do a little bit, yeah. I'm at the age now where it doesn't feel like a little bit. But yeah, the airplane is a very beefy airplane. It's one of the best turning airplanes ever built. And so when I do a aerobatic routine in the aircraft, I'm usually at about 8 Gs.
He pulls 8 Gs, you guys. 8 Gs all day long in this thing. And I'll tell you have to be in a really good shape for that.
I lift weights 4 times a week. I jog 5 times a week, and I drink Red Bull just before I fly. you know, flying aerobatics in a jet fighter is without question the most emotional, physical, mentally demanding task that I've ever done. I mean, you've got all three of those things working on you constantly, and you're making very quick decisions and trying to make sure that you're not too close to the ground. And there's no air conditioning in the airplane, and we're doing a show here at 100-degree temperatures, and it gets about 110, 115 in the cockpit. I spent 20 years as an Air Force fighter pilot.
Trying to shoot these down.
Yeah, the interesting thing about how the world is evolving and changing now is that I spent 20 years in an Air Force uniform training to fight the very aircraft that I now play in at air shows all over the country, and it's a nice change.
Now, did you ever think you'd get this close to one of these?
Never did. No, I mean, this is so exceptional. When the wall came down in Berlin, these things became available.
So one of these, what are we talking about if I wanted to get one?
Oh, you could buy one for probably, you'd probably buy one in a box for about $35,000.
In a box, like a big kit.
Yeah.
Air show fans just love watching this aircraft. This is a superb air show airplane because it's such a tight turning aircraft and it has such a wonderful planform. It's a very unique looking aircraft.
Now, it's got your name on it. It's actually yours, isn't it?
That's correct. The first MiG that I had blew up right after takeoff as we were getting ready for the 1994 season. And
the ejector seat obviously works.
No, I fly with a cold seat. I will never eject from the airplane. But the first airplane caught fire, blew up right after takeoff. I brought it back around, landed it, and then set a new world's record for 52-year-old men in the 100-yard dash. As I got away from the burning airplane.
Most definitely, yeah.
So this is our second airplane. This is one of 15 that a gentleman in Scottsdale, Arizona imported from the Polish Air Force. And we trucked it up to Portland where I was living at the time, put a team of 8 mechanics to work on it. And in 2 months we were back on the air show circuit with a brand new airplane.
Obviously you're polishing the thing to make it look shiny. From the ground, I don't suppose it's that important, no?
No, not really.
Do you get better gas mileage if it's clean?
Oh, definitely. It's a 1959 vintage aircraft, and it's very basic. In those days, they didn't have
So it's an engine and wings?
Basically, yeah. It's just a big pipe. They throw fuel in it, and it goes. You pull up, and it goes up. You push down, it goes down. Bill is a very good pilot. He's got plenty of military experience and lots of combat missions. He loves this airplane. He really does, and he says it flies nicer than any of the old F-100s to fly.
Why do you still do it?
I love flying. I love it with a passion. I've been flying since I was 13. You know, I'm very lucky, Nick. Most people never get a chance to go back and revisit their favorite time of life. And with the MiG, I get to go back and revisit my favorite time of life, which was when I was in my 20s as a young Air Force fighter pilot. Once a fighter pilot, always a fighter pilot. I am not an ex-fighter pilot. I am always a fighter pilot.